Hi guys, it's Alice Munn, or my real name's Haley, but to be honest, I actually respond better to Alice Munn at this point. So I said I'd make a Munn video when I hit 355 followers because I'm arbitrary like that. So I asked you guys for some questions and I'm going to answer them, and then I'm going to sing. I might faint, and if I do, this video will be a lot longer than it should be because it'll be left running till I wake up. Um, Well, the first question I have is from the cat with a gun, who wants to know why I'm awesome. I'm not awesome. I am the derpiest derp you will ever see in your entire life. I'm awkward. I can't talk. I can write. I can't talk. Um, and Woman of the Vine, my other friend, wants to know why I picked Alice. Well, it ties into another question I have actually, why I started RPing on Tumblr anyway. I picked Alice because on my personal account when I first made a Tumblr back in I think it was July, I was creeping on this RP between, I think it was the Scary Doctor and My Hat, My Beautiful Hat, and I started reading their stuff. Then I started reading My Hat, My Beautiful Hat stuff because he's a Jervis, and he was always my favorite character in Batman the Animated Series, which I grew up on. And I was reading through all their stuff because if I like your stuff, I will creep everything that's on your blog. I'll read everything on it. And I saw they didn't have an Alice, and they all kept deactivating, and I'm like, well, I have an Alice, because I wanted to sort of do this subtle rewrite of Alice in Wonderland. And so I decided to make her into an RP character, which I kept RPing not only because I met some really awesome people, but because I developed my character so much better than I had any idea I would have. And normally, that takes, a whole first draft to figure out who my characters are. Um, Another question from Mother Nature. Do you feel any similarities between me and my muse? Yes, I do. I'm actually a lot like Alice. I didn't mean to be, but I kind of am. We are both very open-minded bibliophiles who like to make people happy. But I'm not crazy. I can't set stuff on fire with my mind, and I didn't murder my family when I was 8, so there's that difference there. Uh, my favorite part about RPing from my very own Jervis, Masterminds and Madness, you should totally check them out, is how long have I been RPing and what's my favorite thing about RPing. I've only been RPing for about 4 months now. My favorite thing, well, I love writing, and sometimes it's hard to write by yourself. And I love reading and stories, so this is sort of like, I used to play round robin on my phone with people, so it's sort of like playing round robin again. Except without that one jackass who has to have the really weird part of the story, like a gigantic clown comes in through the roof and eats everybody alive. What are you supposed to do with that? Uh, if I could spend a day with my muse, what would I do? Well, I try not to die. I'm pretty sure that Alice absolutely hates me, considering the shit I put her through. If she knew who I was. I mean, I'm sadistic. I will cry while I'm writing stuff if it's really emotional, when she's really depressed, but afterwards I'll giggle like a maniac and plan, oh, how can we torture her more? Because I like to hurt my characters, I like to make them grow. Like, in one of my books, I kind of blew up the main character at the end of the first book. Because I wanted to get rid of all those arbitrary things about how girls have to always, how they always seem to be perfectly made up and pretty after going through a whole war. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna blow off her leg, give her some burn scars, kill all her loved ones. I'm kind of really, I'm creepy. I can't help it. Well, I could, but I'm not gonna try. It's the internet and you guys are Tumblr. Um, if I could change one thing about my muse, what would it be? I don't think she's really very interesting by herself. Like, if she's just talking to another normal character, there's not really much to go off on. I wish she was more interesting by herself, because I feel like my RP partner has to have a more interesting character in order for the threads to go anywhere. Because Alice, she really isn't all that interesting when you look at her. I I mean, she's slightly crazy, but she just loves books and likes making people happy. And trusts a lot of people that she really shouldn't. Um, would I switch places with my muse? Yeah. She has a lot more interesting life than I do. Plus, I mean, as crappy as it would be to live in Gotham in real life, I would still like to live in Gotham in real life if I was Alice. Because apparently no one wants to kill her. I'm like, no, no, no. You can totally torture her as long as you don't murder her. I don't care what you do to her. But no, everyone's like, no, I want to be friends with Hug Her. She's so cute and sweet. And I'm like, I don't. This is why I was so paranoid about having a Mary Sue, because people liked her so much. And I'm like, why do you like her? I want you to hurt her. That's what she does. But apparently her cuteness is like a survival mechanism by this point. Skeptic Psychic wants to know what the best position is. Crisscross applesauce, because it's the most comfortable. Problem? Well, you guys didn't ask me any more questions. I would have happily detailed my zombie survival plan for y'all, but you didn't, so I guess now I have to sing. If I faint, I'm sorry. There is no phantom of the opera. I've been there to his world of unending night, to a world where the daylight dissolves into darkness. Darkness. Raoul, I've seen him. Can I ever forget that sight? Can I ever escape from that face so distorted, deformed? It was hardly a face in the darkness. Darkness. But his voice filled my spirit with a strange, sweet sound. In the night there was music in my mind, and through music my soul began to soar. And I heard as I never heard before. Yet in his eyes all the sadness in the world. Those bleeding eyes that both threaten and adore. Okay, so that one kind of sucked, but I really don't want to sing anymore. You can probably tell, but this is like the fourth cut I've done to try and make it sound okay. But it's just not happening tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I don't sing very much because it's like the one thing that'll really freak me out and make me pass out in front of people. I can act. I've been in a couple of plays. I played Juliet in high school. Um, but if you ask me to sing for a person, it's just like I'm gone. So that was my video. I'm not going to disillusion with myself with thinking you guys liked it, but at least it hopefully made you laugh a couple of times, because as I said, I'm a derp. I guess I'll see you again on Monday. I'm gonna cue a picture for y'all. Bye.